Are you ready to go explore the Isle of Joys?
You're one of us, Anchorite, and ambition. Do you know what that means?
I don't know a lot of things, it seems.
I can answer your questions. Come with us, to a place meant only for ambitions. I'll show you.
No. We need to stay together.
I'm sorry, Lyrinth. I need to do this.
Damn it. That was a mistake that may cost us dearly.
If I were the Anchorite, I'd want answers too. I still have a bad feeling about this, though. Something about Sombrin was off. I don't remember him being so quick to anger back in Blackwood. As much as I want to, no. Someone has to investigate the Isle of Joys. We should stick together and take care of that. The Anchorite, though, she'll be all right, right? Good to hear. I barely know her, so I wasn't sure. Besides, Kellier's with them. She'll keep Sombrin from doing anything too crazy, I'm sure. We just have to trust that the Anchorite knows what she's doing. Everything will be fine. Now let's go!
Mortals. Always so unpredictable. As annoying as that is, perhaps that's what keeps me so interested. You and Evely head to the Isle of Joys. See what you can find there. I will follow the Anchorite. I want to keep an eye on Sombrin. No, and his erratic behavior worries me. Mortal minds were not meant to read the Mysterium Xarxes. I'm wary about him separating the Anchorite from us as well. We're going to need her once you determine the nature of this contingency plan. My reaction is irrelevant. The Anchorite recently had her memories returned to her and has yet to make sense of them all. Now she discovers she's also an ambition of Mehrunes Dagon, and a tool of a father she didn't know. I understand her motivations. Have you not realized after all this time that I have my ways, little mortal? I found Sombrin and Kalia once. I can do so again. In the meantime, you and Evely should search the Isle of Joys. We must discover this plan that Emperor Morikar spoke of.
Getting good at this. Oh, I probably shouldn't be proud of that. I guess this is a fight now. You know, I like to think I'm agreeable.
ruins over there. This portal should get us across. The Isle of Joys is just off the coast here. We should be able to use this portal to get across. Let's go. Imperial structures in the Deadlands. This has to be the Longhouse Emperor's retreat. Let's look around and see what we can find. I don't think Emperor Morakar had any reason to lie to you, do you? There must be something here to help us. Look, Imperial ruins. This must be the Isle of Joys.
You're watching.
The documents describe the Isle of Joys as a hunting retreat. They must have hunted Daedra. Me and the Longhouse Emperors had a very different idea of joy. Come on, let's search those ruins.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
The Ego Nimic? What's that? A map. It looks like the inside of one of those Doom vaults we found. Hang on to that. That ring looks a lot like the Anchorite's amulet. I think we found everything. Let's figure out what this stuff tells us. All right, this was a productive trip. At least Emperor Morikar's ghost didn't lie about leaving stuff here. Let's review what we found. Yeah, I noticed that straight away. Maybe they were part of a set, and this one was Emperor Morikar's? And look, it has some weird runes etched into the surface. It might be important. Hold on to it. What about that journal? Let me see. The Ego Nimic is some sort of name? Says it has the power to banish Mehrunes Dagon. That's huge. But whatever we need to access it isn't here. It's in the Anchorite's vault. I still can't believe she's an ambition. What about that map? Didn't we explore all the vaults in Blackwood? Wait a moment. I did read about one other vault. Doom Vault Volpanaz. It was cracked open and ransacked during Varen's revolution, so I assumed any ambition inside it was long gone. Really? You explored another vault without me? You're trying to make me look bad. What did you find? Tell me there was something there that connects to all this. Did you get to search it all? I guess if you'd found the key to a weapon that could banish Mehrunes Dagon in there, you would have told us about it. Well, we can't give up now. This is still worth looking into. Maybe this mark indicates a hidden portion of the vault that you didn't spot last time. We have to at least try. I'll meet you there. That's why I use a bank.
My orders are to observe the ruin, not help you mount a suicidal rescue mission.
Then you can observe me kicking every fetching cultist's ass standing between me and my little brother. I never should have roped my baby brother into this. I knew the job seemed a little shady, so I thought having someone I could trust with me would be for the best, but I only put both our lives in danger. Never again. Good, you're here. Let's find the spot indicated on the map. You brought the map of the vault with you from the Isle of Joys, right? Let's go to the location it specified. There has to be something there that can lead us to the Ego Nimic. Look! Those runes are similar to the ones on the ring. There must be a connection. I knew that ring was important. All right, I guess we enter another portal. Is this where the anchorite used to live? It looks like someone else has been here recently. Sombrin's diary. I guess he and Kalia spent some time here. Did he write down anything that can help us? So Sombrin and Kalia came here at some point, after they left us and went to the Deadlands? I wonder what they were looking for. So, anything good in Sombrin's diary? He's not on the same level as the writer of the Investigator Vale stories, but his writing isn't bad. Interesting. Does he know about the Ego Nimic? It doesn't seem like it. He just says he thinks something important is inside that chest. Hey now, positive thoughts! Let's examine the chest. Maybe the ring will help. It got us into this hidden chamber. Who knows what else it can do? This enchantment looks powerful. Hey, there's an indentation on the lock. See if the ring fits in there. This one was impressed by your fights at Thizrini. That's
Mortals,
unusual.
we have a problem.
I have absolutely no idea what that is.
That fool ambition. He will ruin everything. You both need to come with me. Sombrin has turned to Mehrunes Dagon, and he plans to take Kalia and the Anchorite with him. We must stop him. How clear must I make it, little mortal? He has Kalia and the Anchorite and is attempting to force them to go with him. He plans to present them all to the Prince of Destruction. We must get to an Ilarch summit and stop him. When I left to retrieve you, Sombrin was attempting to wrestle power from each of the other ambitions and take it for himself. He will turn that power over to Mehrunes Dagon unless we intervene. Quickly, through the portal. There is no time to waste.
Portals! I think I'm finally getting used to them. Let's go.
As before, the properties of this accursed mountain play havoc with my magic. Better if you make your own way from here.
Come on, we have to move. The Anchorite and Kalia are in trouble. Stupid Sombrin, making us run all the way up this thing.
Over here, mortal. Sombrin took Kalia and the Anchorite through that door.
Sombrin, stop! This is insane! We're not coming with you.
This is not your concern! Only Mehrunes Dagon can teach us, help us control our powers. It's all in his book! I can't let you interfere. Destron, deal with them!
Destron? Sombrin, what have you done?
I must obey. You let...
Destron,
I won't let
come
that
forth.
happen to Kalia!
Let my memory of you destroy them.
Kalia, I'm sorry.
I'm doing what's necessary, Kalia.
The boy and
For
Amages.
all of us. Your power is better off in my hands.
Sombrin, leave her alone!
Sombrin didn't expect you to fight back, Anchorite. Well done.
What did I just do?
We should go too. I will summon a portal to take us to Fargrave.
My powers. They're gone. Sombrin, he ripped them away from me. And he used Destron to hurt us. How could he do that? Oh, Sombrin. What have you become? Yes, I can make it. I'll crawl if I have to. I want to get as far from this place as possible.
We should return to Fargrave. This place? I don't like it. And Kalia and the Anchorite? We need to get them out of here. What do you think? Sombrin betrayed us. He made poor Destron fight you, and he took Kalia's powers. I can't believe he did this. And I can't believe we didn't stop him. Let's just go. I want to make sure Kalia and the Anchorite are safe.
We should not remain here. I opened a portal to Fargrave. Let us meet there to discuss what we should do next. Sombrin stole Kalia's powers. The Anchorite stopped him from taking hers as well, but it has become clear that Sombrin is now our enemy. As for Destron, I'm not sure. Was it his spirit, or just a manifested memory? We should discuss this elsewhere.
I didn't know I could do that. Open a portal out of thin air. I just couldn't let Sombrin keep hurting Kalia. Well, I guess that proves it. I really am an ambition, whatever that is. I'm not sure. I just shoved him somewhere, away. Come on, let's get out of this place. Liren's portal looks extremely inviting right about now.
Kalia and the Anchorite will be safe here. Come, little mortal. Let's talk.
I want to apologize. I never should have went with Sombrin and Kalia. Never put all of us in that situation. I just wanted answers, you know? What happened at the end? I still can't believe I did that. I thought we could trust Sombrin, but he was hurting Kalia. I had to make him stop, so I sent him away. Getting these powers, it feels just like when my memories returned. I know they're mine, but they're not familiar. Sombrin wasn't making any sense. He kept trying to convince us to go with him. He's obsessed with the power, and he thinks Mehrunes Dagon is the only one who can help us learn how to use it. He kept quoting passages from that damn book. Is that what it's called? He keeps it close, never lets it go. He thinks the answers are in there and with Mehrunes Dagon. Near the end, Sombrin decided to just take our powers. I was too slow to stop him. Poor Kalia.
Something feels wrong. Like part of me is missing. What did he take from me? Oh, Sombrin. How could you? I think so. He said we weren't worthy of them. When I said I wouldn't go with him, he got so angry. Like I was the one betraying him. I don't think he wanted to hurt me. He kept saying he was doing this to protect me. But he's so angry. So obsessed. How could it have been? Destron's dead. We both saw what happened to him. But even creating a copy, that was too cruel. I've already lost Destron once. I didn't need to see that again. And now I've lost Sombrin. I just feel empty.
I thought Sombrin was our friend. I can't believe he would do something like this. How could he turn to Mehrunes Dagon? How could he betray us? I'm so mad I can barely see straight!
I did not expect Sombren to turn against us, or for him to try to take the power of the remaining ambitions. He now possesses the power of Destron and Kalia as well as his own. If he hands that power to Dagon, neither of us will like the results. I am still considering our options. At least we have the Anchorite, and she still has her powers. That is enough for now. You did well, mortal. Against all odds, you continue to prevail. Take this with my gratitude and prepare for what comes next. Now that we can confer in the relative safety of Madame Wim's establishment, tell me what you discovered on the Isle of Joys. Did the spirit of Emperor Morcar speak true? Is there a weapon that can be used against Mehrunes Dagon? Let me see the documents you found. I am familiar with Nimics, but not this ego-Nimic. If it truly has the power to banish Mehrunes Dagon, then no wonder the Longhouse Emperors kept it hidden. And what did you find in the Doom Vault? Interesting. And you found this in the vault? The one Morcar claimed belonged to his daughter? Then show it to the Anchorite. Perhaps she can remember something and ascertain its purpose. We will need some advantage the next time we face Sombren. Our best hope lies in the Anchorite now. Show her the Daedric relic you recovered from her vault. Let her study it and extract its secrets. Perhaps some of her memories will become clear when she examines it. Simply put, a Nimic is a Daedra's true name. Some of us have many, others only one. If another knows these secret names, they can wield great power and influence over the Daedra they belong to. Mortals use them in their incantations to compel us. As a guess, it might be a stronger, more potent version of a Nimic. If we gain access to it, we might be able to weaken Mehrunes Dagon. Perhaps even banish him to the darkest corner of the Deadlands, as the Longhouse Emperors intimated. As we have discussed at length, friendship is an alien concept to my kind. I cannot comment on why mortals do the things they do, and I see little point in spending time agonizing over what could have been. Our time is better spent devising a plan. Let us solve one problem at a time, mortal. The relic first, then Sombren. He has studied the Mysterium Xarxes and gained the power of 2 of the 3 remaining ambitions. He will make his way to Mehrunes Dagon's side as soon as he is able. Between his research and the knowledge Sombren already had that helped Kalia control her power, he apparently figured out a way. Remember, he saw Vandacia absorb Destron's power. He may have extrapolated, or he found something in that cursed book.
It's just one thing after another, isn't it? I've barely had time to process the fact that I'm an ambition, or even learn what that really means. I'm sorry I couldn't stop Sombren from taking Kalia's powers. It all happened so fast. I had a vault? Yes. I remember something about a place where they put me when I was being trained by Sister Seldina. Let me see. It does feel familiar. Like trying to remember a dream upon waking. Am I supposed to do something with this? Then I better remember what it is and how to use it, right? Put the relic on the table over there. Let me get a better look at it. Maybe something will come to me.
Mehrunes Dagon provided parts of himself to create the 4 ambitions. These parts make up his ego-Nimic and give the ambitions their power. The ego-Nimic can be used to weaken Dagon, to compel him back to oblivion should the need to do so arise. All 4 parts of the ego-Nimic must be used to even attempt this course of action. We will only use it as a last resort.
I know this. A low and constant hum at the back of my mind. A part of me, but also a part of something else. I think that's how we recognized each other, Sombrin and me.
So, the Longhouse Emperors were not as reckless as I thought. Mortal, I have an idea.
So the relic was some sort of memory stone? Was that a message for the Anchorite, Amorikar's heir? Wait a moment! She is Morikar's heir! Hey, if the Ego Nimic gives the ambitions their power, we only have one of them now. Sombrin took Kalia's.
Oh no. Without my power, I no longer possess my piece of the Ego Nimic. Is that why I feel so... empty? That means Sombrin has two parts of the Ego Nimic now. He might even have Destrons. Is that how he summoned his spirit to fight you?
Now that I know what to call it, I can feel the Ego Nimic within me. It's been a part of me for my entire life, but I just accepted it without ever knowing what it was. I'm not sure what we can do with only my piece of it, though.
As I surmised, the Ego Nimic is a more powerful version of a Nimic. Perhaps only the princes have them, since I never heard of them before. Sombrin has 2, perhaps even 3 of the 4. We cannot allow him to return that power to Mehrunes Dagon. Sombrin was able to take Kalia's power. His summoning of Destron's spirit at the summit suggests he also has Destrons somehow, as well as his own. We need to do what he did and steal that power from him for ourselves. Oh, not me, little mortal. The Anchorite. She's the 4th ambition. If Sombrin truly seeks Dagon, then he's heading for the prince's capital, Destruction's Solace. We need someone who can lead us through that fortress so we can intercept him. Who else but Aarox the Mutilator? The Daedrat was once Mehrunes Dagon's most powerful general. He must have visited the city multiple times over the centuries. Aarox crawled off toward the shambles when I told him I had no time to remove his curse. And while you track down Aarox, I will gather what allies I can. We will need more than those of us here to breach the walls of Solace and take on Sombrin. Meet me at Wretched Spire. Dagon's gaze never reaches that corner of the Deadlands.
We'll go with Lyrinth and gather as many allies as we can. And I'll talk with Kalia. She was with Sombrin for a long time. She must have some idea how he stole her power. If not, maybe together we can figure it out. If he could do it, I don't see why not. I just need to get a handle on these powers I suddenly have. I want to be careful, too. Sombrin gave in to the dark part inside him, the part that belongs to Mehrunes Dagon. I don't want that to happen to me. Not by myself. I surprised him at Anihilarch's summit, and he didn't have complete control of Kalia's power yet. We'll probably need to throw everything we have at him. Weaken him, distract him. Then maybe, I'll have a chance.
When Bondacia killed Destron, he said he took my brother's power and gave it to Mehrunes Dagon. But I don't think he got all of it. Sombrin was more powerful during our wanderings. I assumed it was the book, but now I think he got Destron's Ego Nimic.
As much as I can't wait to meet a talking Daedrat, I better help Lyrinth gather allies. I'll see you when we meet at Wretched Spire. Good luck, and be careful!
Daedrat will be punished for this transgression.
That little beast killed my guard and nearly bit my ear off. And it talked. They aren't supposed to do that. My master, Nifizon, the shadow that screams eternal, will not be pleased. Perhaps you've heard of him? Can't you see I'm distraught? My guard was attacked. Now who will protect me while I finish my business in the shambles?
Master! What are you doing here? Pay no attention to this cage. Aarox will be free momentarily. A simple disagreement, really. But then the mortal insulted my honor. Called me vermin. The impertinence! I had to respond. That kind of insult cannot be ignored. Not in a place like the Shambles. Such conflicts happen quite often here. Well, taking the life of a mortal with ties to a prominent Daedra is not quite as common, unfortunately. The Grasp involves themselves in such matters. Apparently, this particular mortal had a powerful master. My mistake.
This matter does not concern you, mortal. The Daedrat will be dealt with soon enough. Do not needlessly involve yourself in the Grasp's affairs unless you are ready to deal with the consequences. This creature is your pet. He killed the mortal of a very prominent Daedra. I am prepared to take him to our holding cells. If you want him released to your custody instead, you will have to compensate the Daedra. The stricture recognizes the destruction of Daedric property as a crime. But since the only loss was a mortal life, a fine is considered acceptable recompense. If you pay it, I will consider the matter finished. This compensation is adequate. The Daedrat is free to go.
Master, you came back for me.
That's it? What about my dead guard?
Acceptable compensation has been received for the mortal life.
Unbelievable.
Thank you for freeing me again, mortal master. I shall shred the ankles of your foes once more, claw out their eyes and snip at their hair. Whatever you ask of me. You wish to challenge Mehrunes Dagon in his own city? A bold strategy. But I have come to expect nothing less from you, master. Destruction Solace is a quiet, haunted place. Ghosts prowl the streets, and Mehrunes Dagon basks in their agony. Oh, very much so. Aarox has been there many times. The city walls are impenetrable, even by magical means. But I know of one specific location that would allow Lyranth to portal us through, if she is still a part of this. You can count on your faithful servant. It will be my honor to fight alongside you once more. You do remember that when mortals die, they usually don't come back, though, right? I have no such concerns for myself, but, Master, I worry about you. Let us make haste, Master.
There you are, finally. Now we can begin.
This is your army. Were I still in possession of my true form, the ground would shake with my laughter.
I was not finished.
Now, this we can work with. I know a spot where you can open a portal into Dagon City.
Very good, Arox. Come, mortal. We have plans to finalize.
Even facing terrible and certain death, your allies come! You have built this army. Now you must lead it to glory! My whiskers quiver in anticipation of the coming battle. Oh, not at all. But the attempt will be glorious. I mean, of course, Master. It will be difficult, but I will be there to assist you. Right up until the very end.
Champion. As promised, the Bladebearer clan will fight by your side. A magnificent battle awaits us within Destruction's solace. Many will surely die. It is invigorating. Your allies stand by your side, honored to lay down their lives for you. Tell me, are you truly prepared for this? Good. You will need that conviction in order to emerge victorious. Do not let your stance waver, even for an instant. If you allow yourself even a shred of weakness, Mehrunes Dagon will exploit it. Of that you can be certain.
I have to admit, I thought we finished our business with Mehrunes Dagon at Fort Redmain. Oh well, it's an honor to fight beside you again, mercenary. We've had no more trouble with apocalyptic cults since the defeat of Von Dacia in the Waking Flame. And between the Ivory Brigade and the Blackfin Legion, we've kept Blackwood safe. Truth be told, it's been rather boring. Don't mistake my bravado for foolishness. Your ally Lyranth explained the stakes of the game to me. I'll see this through to victory or die in the attempt. You can count on no less from me.
My Brigadines stand at the ready. After our embarrassment at Border Watch, we're all eager for another opportunity to prove it was a fluke. We beat Dagon at Redmain, and we'll beat him here too. The Keep maintains its vigil, and the garrison's reputation stands strong, despite that business with the Painted Eye, thanks to our victory at Fort Redmain. The pleasure is ours. Too many nights of holding down a fort dulls a soldier's edge. We look forward to sharpening our blades on Dagon's horns.
Pico Gel! No, I am wrong. You are no more an outsider. After the strength showed against Nazosa, you are of the tribe. I bet you are ready for even more blood to fall, yes? These cretins do not know the law. I'm about to smack them in the face. I was a massive, ancient tree fading from thirst. Then your arrival was a downpour, soaking me to my roots. I stand tall and filled with life once again. Whatever comes next, I am only prepared because you brought me back to the world.
So, yet another battle these old scales must prepare for. A good thing, then, that you recovered my blades. Do not worry. I will once again be at your side, whether you see me or not. Do not fear. Since the triumph of the winds over the bandits, many of our tribe have begun training with us. They see now that complacency cannot keep them hidden. I believe the village is safe in our absence. Much improved since your arrival. Mirta spends less time hidden away. I could sense his eagerness to join me in this battle, though he might deny it. And Otumira resists challenging every stranger he meets. These improvements encourage me.
I suppose the others will offer encouragement and words of wisdom before we charge into the fray. You do not require such pablum. Keep your mind sharp, like when you assisted my victory against Nazosa. That is the truest weapon you need. You call that a battle? Merely pest removal. If you had witnessed my battle against Casa Edu the Mud-Hearted, you would understand a true struggle of wits. As you might expect, I returned to my studies. I cannot waste time before my time ends. Soon? Not in the least. Even this little scuffle we are about to enter does not worry me. But eventually my scales shall turn gray, as all things must. The sheer volume of knowledge I desire to understand before then staggers me. And so, I study.
I understand that Mehrunes Dagon failed to learn his lesson the first time. So be it. I am nothing if not a patient teacher. Rian and Keshu dealt with the Waking Flame adherents who revealed themselves in Blackwood, so I devoted myself to those who hoped to remain in the shadows. I must look after the Dark Brotherhood's good name, after all.
I have found that the fight for the nest sometimes begins at the border of the swamp. But this is certainly the farthest I have traveled to defend my home. I am ready to fight at your side again. Gideon fares well. Many of those who secretly served Vondacia tried to creep back into their burrows after Fort Redmane. But my Blackfens are good at digging up mud crabs of the two-legged sort. They cannot escape justice by hiding. The leader who would stand in front of her people must be ready to share their dangers. Where else do I belong, if not here? When do I stand and fight, if not now?
You've made many allies. I shouldn't be surprised. I'm sorry I can't join you in this fight. I wouldn't be much use to you without my power. And I'm not sure I want to see how this ends anyway. It will be too painful. I know. I trust you. It's hard, though. I still care for him. We were all each other had for a time. But I'm under no illusions. I know he's beyond saving. He's no longer the Sombrin I once knew.
This is a pretty impressive force. Lyrinth didn't seem too optimistic about finding allies. And I think she underestimated your influence on people. I've never taken on a Daedric prince before, so I can't say for sure. But I'd put my gold on us. If anyone can find a way to stop Mehrunes Dagon, it's you. You'll see this through. And I'll be right by your side when we face Sombrin.
Well, here we are. It's strange remembering how all this started, but we're going to end it now, right? We'll stop Sombrin, and we'll stop Mehrunes Dagon, too. Great. It'll be easy. We'll just sneak right in and pop Sombrin and Mehrunes Dagon right on the nose. It's just like that time when Investigator Vale... Huh. You know, I don't think Investigator Vale ever dealt with the Daedric Prince.